What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. We're going to be going through some previews. Again, we're breaking up these videos by individual games, so we don't have 45-minute long videos. So first one, we got Lions versus Bears. And Clayton, what are you thinking about this game?
Man, Lions have that huge news of finally getting rid of Matt Patricia, right? We know he has been in over his head for a while now. So to see the Lions come out and see what they're going to do is kind of exciting. Little unknown territory for the Bears because you don't know what approach the Lions are going to take. You don't know how hard they're going to play for the next guy. They've already talked about giving some younger guys a chance to see where they're going forward. So where does that put Matt Stafford, right? So we're really looking to see, is he invested in the future of the Lions, or are they invested in him? How's that going to work? So, because we kind of already know what Matt Stafford is, right? He's a gunslinger. He's a guy that can make all the throws. Really great quarterback in his own right. But on the other side of the ball, Mitchell Trubisky finally got the starting job back. Matt Nagy ran out of excuses to keep him off the field. Mitchell Trubisky comes back, throws 3 touchdowns against the Packers. Nick Foles only did that one time in his time with the Bears, right? So I think this is a big game for Mitch because if he and the Bears offense can move the ball and beat the Detroit Lions, puts them right back in the wild card hunt. And that's big for Mitch's future as well. So I'm really interested to see where Trubisky goes and how he plays. So if I had to pick right now, I'm probably picking Mitchell Trubisky. I thought he played well against the Bears, or the Bears played well against the Packers. I saw him picked on for some of the throws, but all things considered, with the time he missed and the time he did look a little more poised and ready for the moment, I think, than most may have given him credit for. And the last time we saw Mitchell Trubisky play football as well against the Packers, I thought that he played with a lot of confidence within himself, which is something that, we've talked about on here. You can't have whenever you're constantly looking over your shoulder at the guy behind you. Okay. Yeah. You have that inner confidence. I'm the best. This is my spot. But the thing to remember is that creeps into everybody's head. These are human beings. So I think with Nick Foles sidelined, I think we're going to get the best Mitchell Trubisky, and a strong performance here against the Lions would give it to him, give him the starting job moving forward for the rest of the season, and really position the Bears to make a wild card run.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with you. I mean, I think that that it's really, I think he played so well because he has, for lack of a better way of putting it, he has nothing to play for. He's already lost the starting quarterback job once. You know what I mean? So why not just go out there and just try to play your best game? And I mean, I think that he played pretty well. I don't think it's his best game ever as a pro by any means, but I think he played well for what he's had to deal with the offense. I mean, we've talked about it, a ton of times this season about just how bad the offense is, and it's not always for lack of talent by necessarily. I mean, I don't think the offensive line is good. It might be one of the worst in the league, but they have talent. I mean, I think that Allen Robinson's good. I like Anthony Miller and Mooney. I think that they're both two good ascending wide receivers in this league. I don't know yet about Cole Kmet. I mean, obviously he's talented, but we'll see. But so that there are weapons here. It's just that offense is just not good. Because from a play calling standpoint, we've talked about it a lot. As for the Lions, there's been talk in the past about how Darrell Bevell's been considered for coaching jobs, and so I think that if I'm Darrell Bevell, I'm not trying to be a lame duck for these final few games. I'm going to try everything in my power to win these games. I want to try to win this job. And I feel that that Stafford probably wants Darrell Bevell to win too, because at least he's part of the old regime. And I mean, I don't know what their relationship's like. I would have to assume that it's good. There hasn't been really any moments of visual frustration from Stafford to Bevel or Bevel to Stafford that we've seen on TV or we've maybe heard any hints of in talks with the media. So I think that those two are definitely going to probably try their best to be on the same page to try to win out the rest of the year and maybe get Daryl Bevell gets the nod as the head coach. But overall, I mean, I think that the biggest difference is going to be defense here because I think I give the edge to the Lions as far as offense is concerned, but defensively it's the Bears and the Lions haven't been playing good football. Granted, we'll see how they play under Daryl Bevell, but you know what? No, I'm going to go with the Lions. I think the Lions are going to win this one. I think that, and here's why. I think that the Bears are over Matt Nagy. And I think that the next two coaches you see fired it's just a matter of time before we see Adam Gase fired. I mean, that's kind of a given, okay? But I think if the Bears play poorly, if I'm Ryan Pace, I'm feeling the my seat getting a little bit warmer. Do you fire Matt Nagy and promote Chuck Pagano as head coach, interim the rest of the year, and just see what happens?
I don't know exactly what direction you could take for the Bears that would be correct. I've seen some people call for Pace. I think Pace has actually done a great job of putting talented players on the team and getting Nagy exactly what he wants. It's just I've said this before on this very show. It's a matter of Nagy not utilizing the talent that's given to him, and then he comes up and stands in front of the Bears fans and the press and has an excuse for us. Nagy has to be fired. Jumping over to the Jets with Adam Gase. Adam Gase won't be fired because Adam Gase is the best chance the Jets have at securing Trevor Lawrence with the number 1 overall pick because they will not win a game under this man. So he will not be fired until after the season. But you look at preview this game. I think you made excellent points with Bevel and Stafford, and yeah, I think the Bears are over Matt Nagy, but I think they are behind Mitch because Mitch did get screwed a little bit in the beginning of the year, and I think Mitch talked about it. He loves Chicago. Chicago loves him. I think the locker room is behind Mitch. I think that he's been a really good teammate for these guys. I've not seen anybody actively go out of their way against him. Allen Robinson was vocal for him in the beginning of the year because he was getting fed like Zeke. He was just getting target after target and putting up big numbers those first 3 weeks. I think what we saw, looking at that Packers game and what we could see definitely against the Lions is did Mitchell Trubisky have 3 turnovers? Yes, he did. Okay. One of those was on the horrendous offensive line. He got strip sacked. Okay. 2 of the balls, though, were him force feeding it deep on a deep shot. But what we saw was the reason why he was such a highly coveted pick, right? Why he was one of the top 3 quarterbacks in that draft class with Mahomes and Watson. We saw the arm talent flash as he pushed the ball down the field. I didn't really like the play design per se because it was a 2 read. It was a deep shot play, and Trubisky thought he could make the throw both times. So I don't like. Yeah, it was a bad decision, but it was the confidence that he could make those throws, and I think that's what we're going to see in this game as well. There were some bad breaks for Trubisky, though. I mean, he throws a strike to ends up getting fumbled down near in the red zone, and that's just bad luck. He throws another ball in the back of the end zone that's dropped, by Allen Robinson, where he throws it 50-50. Every wide receiver likes to make the claim, oh, it's not 50-50. When you throw it to me, it's more like 70-30 or 90-10, right?
Yeah.
Haha, it's the same joke every of them. Like, well, Allen Robinson proved that that's not the case with him. If it is, it's for the other team because he has a 50-50 ball. He goes up, and instead of making a play for his quarterback, he drops it and costs your team points. That's not good. So I think the overall offense with Trubisky is just so much more dangerous that the Bears have a different belief and a mindset that they have had with Nick Foles. Nick Foles was a statue. He couldn't move. Very first drive, you see David Montgomery rip off a monstrous run right up the middle. Why is that? It's because the very threat of Mitchell Trubisky pulling and running the RPO or running a read option play off of that inside zone run, the pressure it creates on the defense, they can't play every assignment, right? So you're going to have miscues like that, and that's going to allow the Bears offense to pop off and create big plays, which is what we saw when they went 12-4 and had made the postseason. We saw some of it even last year. We just didn't see it consistently. So that's what we're looking for. Are we going to see consistent big plays from this Bears offense against the Lions? And I think we will, and this is where we will disagree.
All right. Well, if we got something wrong, let us know. If you have a question, ask it in the comments. We will answer it in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bells, and check out some of our other content at the East West Football Network. Thank you.